Right, good morning. Hello. Yeah, this is a thing. Um, the news. Today, I found a pair of Wellingtons and an extension bit to go on this microphone whilst walking the dogs. Now, that's amazing, I thought. I mean, that's very, very good news, isn't it? And amazing what you can find. Um, my family always called me a bit of a pikey. I think I have pikey tendencies. But also, to be quite honest, I looked at it. I was very, very, very. Children, when we see our TV programs, we get very influenced by them when we're kids. And the TV program that influenced me more than any other program was the Wombles. Since the Wombles, I am completely unable to walk past a skip without diving into it. I've had treatment, I've had counselling, everything, but nothing seems to work. As soon as I see a skip, ooh, and I'm off. My God, did I find some lovely pair of hunters this morning. I got green wellies. I will show you them, but I had to wash them because they looked really, really grotty. And I can give you a before and after photograph at the end of this. Okay. Young men, you want meaning in your life? You need meaning in your life. If you need meaning in your life, get a wife, have kids, get a home, build a family, have your own family, provide for them, and bring them up. There's your meaning. That's all you need to do. Young women, you want meaning in your life? Don't get a job and a career. Get a husband. Somebody who can look after you. Somebody who can sort of like think. Because a marriage is not a marriage is a team effort. The great thing about a marriage is you work together. It's a team effort. And when the man should be the guy. If you marry somebody, he should be able to provide you a roof over your head, and so together you can actually work up and you can have kids and bring kids up. If you want meaning in your life, and you want things, that's what you got to do. Marry someone, make a house, make a home. I mean, men can put the roof over your head, but women make it a home. Yeah, women really want to make things a home. They don't, men will live in a cave. We're quite, really, if truth be known. Do you like this colour? Oh, I couldn't care really, to be quite honest. If you want me to be honest opinion, I don't give a shit as long as the water ain't coming through the roof. I don't care what colour it is on the inside. But women like that sort of thing, and but with two of you together, male and a female, you have got a sort of like a very, very good approach, and you can make it things really, really well. Okay, it's not the battle of the sexes; it's the cooperation of the sexes. We cooperate. Men are different from women. Women are different from men. But if you want meaning in your life, get a family, have kids, bring them up. That's all you need to do. Right, lads. One for the lads here quickly. If you're in a relationship and you're fighting with your partner, right, stop. Right, okay, because you're in the wrong. You are in the wrong. If you're in a relationship and you're fighting with your partner and you're a bloke, you're in the wrong. Okay? You don't fight with your partner. Right? She may be being unreasonable in your eyes. She may be doing a lot of things in your eyes that really, really wind you up and piss you off or anything like that. Like, okay? But fighting with her won't solve anything. Okay? That's just word to the wise. Okay? That's just word to the wise. You may think I'm freaking crazy. You may think I'm talking out my backside here. But I'm not. Okay? Time will tell you that I'm right. If you've managed to do the duration of a long relationship, you're realising that one of the best things you can do to keep that relationship is you just do not fight with your wife. Okay? Your partner or your wife. Right, okay. Old Chinese proverb. You've heard this one before, and it's the sound of one hand clapping. Right, okay. If you fight with your wife, it's two hand clapping. Big and noisy and horrible. But if you don't fight with your wife, it's the one hand clapping. Ah. Secret to a long marriage. Actually, I was told the secret to a long marriage a long, long while ago. There was this lovely, lovely couple. They were celebrating 65 years of marriage. You know, lovely old couple. And I sort of like, because I had to make them a piece of glass for the family to celebrate it and everything like that. And when we made it, we brought it in, and they came in. And they were really, really just so sweet, and they presented it to them and everything like that. And I asked them, I said, "What's the secret of a long marriage? How do you do 65 years?" And the woman, the woman of the older elderly lady, she looked at me and she said, "Do you know what the secret of a long marriage is?" I said, "No, I don't. That's why I'm asking you." She said, "You don't get divorced. That's it. You just don't get divorced." I mean, unless your partner is a psychopath, a sociopath. Yeah, avoid sociopaths and psychopaths for your partners. They don't make good partners, actually, sociopaths and psychopaths. But if your partner loves you and you love them, you are going to have an awful lot of difficulties. There are going to be times when you actually despise one another because of things of happening. There's going to be things that you feel cheated by each other. They're going to feel things that you feel let down by your partner. But there has to be redemption. There cannot be no redemption. And you stick at it. My wife and I, we've been married now 20 odd years. Can't remember. I'm not really counting actually, but I got married to her quite late because basically I didn't fall in love until I met her, and I was quite surprised when I met her and I fell in love, because I was actually in a relationship which was a very loose relationship with another woman. We were both artists and we lived together. We never ever went out together. We stayed together. We shared a bed for 10 years. We shared, but I said to her time and time again, do you want to make this official? Do you want to, say? She said, no, I don't want to, make this official. The fact was, it was class thing. She was upper class and I was working class. Marriage between the classes it's very difficult. It's very tricky, marriage between the classes. There are so many things that just don't fit between your lives and things like that. And and families are really, really tricky and everything like that. But as my mother said, "What's wrong with you? Why can't you find a nice working class girl?" Well, I did. I bumped, and it was out of the blue, and I fell in love with her. And I was with this other woman, and basically it took me 5 years to straighten my life out, to get it so we could actually separate. Because when even if you're not married with somebody, you're living with somebody, and we were working together, we were both artists, and your lives do get really, really tightly embroiled. And she didn't love me. I loved her, but not in that sort of love's great wonderful thing. I loved her. I cared for her, and I thought she was an amazingly good artist. We still live in the same village, and she hasn't spoken to me for nearly 25 years now. But she's married the local lord, so she's married within her class, sort of thing. So it's she doesn't talk to me, not because she doesn't talk to me. She doesn't talk to me because I'm the hoi polloi now. So, but my current wife, I met her, I fell completely, as my father would say, arse over tit for her. It was an instant thing. I was in love, and I still am. That's the scary thing. It doesn't change. Love doesn't grow. When you're really in love with somebody, it doesn't grow. It just stays solid. It just stays firm. I know there's a pun in there. I don't worry. I know there's a double entendre there, but love stays firm. Love. If you actually love somebody, there's very, very little they can do to stop you loving them, short of murdering people or starting brutalising children or something like that. But you shouldn't be loving somebody who does that sort of thing anyway. You should trust your own judgment. And we've had a really, really, really tricky period. I mean, I've had my problems. My wife's had her problems. We've both had our problems. We've had up and down, but we stuck through it, through thick and thin. In the long run, we stuck together. There were times when I thought we were going to have to separate or divorce, but I didn't want to. The main reason why I didn't want to divorce at that time was I didn't want to break my kids' hearts. I didn't bring children into this world to break their hearts. Yeah, and I am so pleased that we stay together, because now we have a deep and strong relationship, and she's my favourite human being in the world. So there you have it, kids. If you want meaning in your life, get a wife or become a wife. Have kids, have family, raise a family and all this lot. If you are in a relationship, if you're young kids and you're fairly in a relationship and you're finding it tricky, forgiveness. Men, the best thing to do is to be quite honest. If you're in a dispute with your wife, you are in the wrong. I know that's going to sound really, really, really difficult to swallow for a lot of blokes and everything like that. But you will find out you were in the wrong and she's right. Okay? That's just how it is. I can't explain it. But if you want to save a relationship, if you're in a relationship that's falling apart and you actually you do really sincerely, deeply love the person you're with, does it matter that you have to be right, that you're right? Does it matter? Does it really, really matter? Men, just back, fine. So if you've been wrong, say you've been wrong. Apologise. Say, I'm really, really sorry. I won't let it happen again. I will, I will keep an eye on that, because, and stick with the truth. Once you start lying to your partner, you're in shit. You're in deep, deep, deep shit. The moment you start, because one lie builds up another lie, builds up another lie, and you can't remember. I mean, you can't remember. Keep it true. And if you can't be true, you can't be honest to your partner, you can't be honest to yourself, your whole life is chaotic and bollocks. The moment you sit down and say, all right, hands up, bang, like, okay. And it's amazing how things turn around quickly, so quickly. They turn around so quickly once you start saying, okay, I've been a plonker, I've been wrong. And it's a very good thing. No relationship is absolutely finished. It's only finished if you want it to be finished. And usually, there's a lot of things like, when I'm back and young, free and single again, or old, fucked and single again, I can get out in it. It ain't, it ain't good. There's nothing out there that, what you have at home in your home life blows anything away that's out there, any frivolity or anything like that. Okay, kids, get married, have kids, take on responsibility. You can't be kids forever. I was a late starter. I did have responsibility. I did have a thing. I did have employment. I always wanted a family, But it took me till 36 to start. I was quite a late starter. Yeah, but that's been the happiest time of my life. Although it's been the most difficult time of my life at times, it's been the happiest time of my life. Anyway, howdy partners, and I will see you on the other side.